Daemon Targaryen was appointed commander of the City Watch of King's Landing by his brother, King Viserys I. Determined to make a significant impact, Daemon quickly set about reforming the City Watch, which had previously been an ineffective and corrupt force. Daemon increased the number of men in the City Watch and outfitted them with new weapons, armor, and distinctive gold cloaks, hence the name Gold Cloaks. His reforms brought discipline, efficiency, and a new sense of pride to the force, making them a formidable presence in the city. Daemon's leadership style was hands-on and ruthless. He personally led patrols, dealt harshly with criminals, and made public displays of punishment to instill fear and respect. His aggressive tactics quickly brought order to the streets of King's Landing. Mysaria, known as Lady Misery, was a beautiful and enigmatic woman with deep connections to the criminal underworld of King's Landing. She became Daemon's lover and confidant, playing a crucial role in his plans, though in the show they part ways romantically without being forced to by King Viserys. In the show, she comes from Yi rather than Lys, like in the books. And there are quite a few other differences in her circumstances that we shall not cover here. Daemon recognized the value of Mysaria's network and influence. He formed an alliance with her, leveraging her connections to gain intelligence and exert control over the city's underworld. Mysaria's informants provided valuable information on potential threats and opportunities. Mysaria's knowledge and resources complemented Daemon's authority and ambition. Together, they orchestrated various schemes to strengthen Daemon's position and weaken his enemies. Mysaria's loyalty and cunning made her an indispensable ally. With Mysaria's help, Daemon established a vast network of spies and informants within the city. This network allowed him to monitor his enemies, gather intelligence, and manipulate events to his advantage. Daemon's control over the underworld gave him significant influence in King's Landing. He used this power to keep the city in check, ensuring that potential rebellions or plots against him were swiftly dealt with. The intelligence gathered through his network allowed Daemon to make calculated moves against his rivals. He was always a step ahead, using the information to plan his actions and neutralize threats. The death of Lucerys Velaryon at the hands of Prince Daemon Targaryen fueled Daemon's desire for revenge, as he was now married to Rhaenyra and a father or sorts to her children. Seeking to strike fear into the hearts of his enemies, Daemon devised a plan to retaliate against the Greens in a brutal and shocking manner, plotting the death of a son in retaliation for the death of another. Daemon and Mysaria plot the blood and cheese incident in the show, though the books are a bit more ambiguous about what underworld connections Daemon uses to make this happen. But in the show, Mysaria's connections facilitated the recruitment of 2 assassins, Blood and Cheese, who were well-versed in the criminal activities of King's Landing. The plan was to infiltrate the castle and target the family of Aegon II, which they would be able to more easily do with Daemon's knowledge of the underground passages of the Red Keep. With the aid of the Rogue Prince and Mysaria, Blood and Cheese managed to gain access to Queen Helena's chambers, where they forced her to choose which of her sons would die. The horrific act of killing her eldest son, Jaehaerys, in front of her intended to send a clear message to the Greens about the consequences of their actions. The books portray this more brutally, and both Alicent and Jaehaera, Helena's daughter, are present at this vile act in the books. The show, for obvious reasons, chooses the murder of children to happen off-screen. The Blood and Cheese incident had a profound psychological impact on the Greens, instilling fear and demonstrating the lengths to which Daemon and his allies were willing to go for vengeance. It marked a turning point in the Dance of the Dragons, escalating the brutality of the conflict. Daemon's orchestration of the blood and cheese incident cemented his reputation as a ruthless and cunning tactician. While effective in achieving its immediate goal, the incident also highlighted the dark and unforgiving nature of the Civil War, where family member ordered the death of family member in vengeful fashion. Daemon's time as commander of the City Watch and his dealings with Mysaria left a lasting legacy of fear and respect in King's Landing. His strategic use of the underworld and brutal tactics during the Dance of the Dragons showcased his ability to wield power through both official and covert means.